Kevin Costner's drama with Yellowstone explained after shock departure. Kevin Costner was the leading star on Yellowstone until his shock departure after the end of the first part of Season 5. The hit Paramount series first aired in 2018 and followed the Dutton family, led by Kevin Costner's John Dutton, who controls the largest contiguous ranch in the United States. The land is under constant attack by those it borders, including land developers, a Native American reservation, and America's first national park. At the end of Part A of the 5th series, the head honcho of the Dutton family suffered a tragic demise, which Kevin claimed he learned about at the same time as the show's viewers. There have also been reports of a lot of drama behind the scenes, as well as contract issues. In early 2023, it was claimed Kevin left Yellowstone after a fallout with the show's creator, Taylor Sheridan, despite signing a contract for 2 more seasons. It was reported they rode over his filming schedule for his other passion project, Horizon. However, Kevin's lawyers shut down the claims the actor was only available to film for a short time. They said, "The idea that Kevin was only willing to work 1 week on the second half of Season 5 of Yellowstone is an absolute lie." More rumors circulated about the behind the scenes of the show when Kevin failed to make an appearance at the Pallyfest in April 2023. The president of scripted content at MTV Entertainment Studios, Keith Cox, discussed him at the event, explaining, "We are very confident he will continue with the show." Kevin officially quit the show shortly after. Taylor later discussed the drama and Kevin's exit in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. Taylor said, "My last conversation with Kevin was that he had this passion project he wanted to direct. He and the network were arguing about when he could be done with Yellowstone. I said, we can certainly work a schedule toward his preferred exit date, which we did. I've never had an issue with Kevin that he and I couldn't work out on the phone. But once lawyers get involved, then people don't get to talk to each other and start saying things that aren't true and attempt to shift blame based on how the press or public seem to be reacting. He took a lot of this on the chin, and I don't know that anyone deserves it. His movie seems to be a great priority to him, and he wants to shift focus. I sure hope the movie is worth it, and that it's a good one." Kevin soon claimed he thought he was going to make 7 seasons, and would have loved to return as John. Speaking to Entertainment Tonight, he previously said, "I thought I was going to make 7 seasons, but right now we're at 5. So how it works out, I hope it does. But they've got a lot of different shows going on. Maybe it will. Maybe this will circle back to me. If it does and I feel really comfortable with it, I'd love to do it." In May 2024, Kevin told press he made Yellowstone his priority and was disappointed the production didn't defend him against the fallout reports. He said to Deadline, "I haven't felt good about it the last year, what with the way they've talked about it. It wasn't truthful. I made a contract for Seasons 5, 6, and 7. In February, after a 2 or 3-month negotiation, they made another contract. They wanted to redo that one, and instead of Seasons 6 and 7, it was 5A and 5B, and maybe we'll do 6. They weren't able to make those. Horizon was set in the middle, but Yellowstone was first position. I fit Horizon into the gaps. They just kept moving their gaps. If you know me well enough, I made Yellowstone the priority, and to insinuate anything else would be wrong. I did not initiate any of those things. They did. They were doing a tap dance. I don't know why they didn't stick up for me. I left my movie to be on time for them for 5B. I left exactly when they wanted, and it made it hard on me. It turns out they didn't have the scripts for 5B. Meanwhile, director Christina Voros was bewildered by Kevin's character's sudden exit, but called it a brave decision. She said of his character's suicide at the end of last year, "I can't talk to the decision. It's Taylor's world. He made the bold decision. It's a tricky question because I don't want to foreshadow anything that's coming, because it has to do with the writing." While the cast and crew celebrated the premiere of Part B of the finale season at the MoMA in New York City in November last year, Kevin was nowhere to be found. When the first episode of the final part aired, Joan's son Jamie, played by Wes Bentley, announced his father died by suicide in a scene with reporters. In light of the twist, Kevin spoke candidly about his unexpected departure from the fan-favorite series on SiriusXM's podcast, The Michael Smerconish Program. "Well, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I didn't know it was actually airing last night." He also said, "I heard it's a suicide, so that doesn't make me want to rush to go see it." Kevin Costner's departure from Yellowstone sent ripples through the entertainment world, drawing the curiosity of fans and media alike. The actor, renowned for his role as John Dutton, the patriarch of the Dutton family, had been a driving force behind the success of the series. His sudden decision to leave raised a slew of questions, leaving many to wonder about the underlying reasons behind the shock departure, the impact on the show, and what it means for the future of the Yellowstone universe. The Yellowstone series, which premiered in 2018, quickly became a cultural phenomenon. Its gritty portrayal of ranching life in the American West, coupled with the drama and intrigues surrounding the Dutton family, captivated audiences. As the central figure of the Dutton dynasty, Costner's portrayal of John Dutton was iconic, a man struggling to protect his family's legacy while navigating the dangerous waters of power, politics, and personal relationships. His complex, stoic, and often morally ambiguous character resonated with viewers, making him an integral part of the show's success. But in 2023, reports began circulating that Costner was set to exit the series, marking a dramatic shift for the show. Fans were blindsided, with many struggling to comprehend the news. The immediate question on everyone's minds was, why was Costner leaving, and what did it mean for the future of Yellowstone? The rumored reasons behind Costner's departure. The reasons behind Costner's departure have been the subject of much speculation. Several reports suggested that there was growing tension between the actor and the show's creator, Taylor Sheridan. The actor had been heavily involved in the production of Yellowstone, but it seems that conflicts over the direction of the show and Costner's role within it played a significant part in his decision to leave. One of the key issues reportedly stemmed from Costner's desire to reduce his workload. As the star of the show, he had a significant on-screen presence, but he also had behind-the-scenes responsibilities. His involvement in the show, particularly in later seasons, was not limited to acting. Costner was said to have been involved in aspects of the production, which was a heavy burden considering his busy schedule. Costner's commitment to his other projects, particularly his 2023 film Horizon, and his ongoing personal interests, was also rumored to be a factor in his decision to step away from Yellowstone. However, another major contributing factor could have been the mounting tension with Sheridan. Sources close to the production revealed that there were creative differences between the two, particularly over the narrative direction of Yellowstone and the future of the Dutton family. Sheridan, known for his ambitious vision for the show and the Yellowstone universe, had begun to explore new storylines and spin-offs, such as 1923, a prequel series. This expansion of the universe could have made Costner feel sidelined, as the spotlight was shifting away from his character. Despite the tension, Costner has remained relatively quiet about the specifics of his departure. In interviews, he's expressed a desire to focus on new projects, which could imply that he was simply ready for a change after dedicating so much time to the Yellowstone universe. The actor's exit, though sudden, could have been a strategic move to give himself more creative freedom and pursue other ventures. The impact on Yellowstone. The news of Costner's exit left fans in shock, as John Dutton was the heart and soul of Yellowstone. His departure raises several questions about how the series will proceed without its central character. While the Dutton family is a complex web of personalities, Costner's presence loomed large over the show, and many fans felt that Yellowstone without John Dutton would be a very different experience. At the time of his exit, Yellowstone was nearing the end of its 5th season. Production had already been delayed due to conflicts between Costner and the network, but the decision to continue the show without him presents a significant challenge. While it's likely that the Dutton family will remain at the center of the show, the absence of John Dutton's leadership leaves a vacuum that will be hard to fill. The storylines that revolve around John Dutton's power struggles, his relationships with his children, and his efforts to protect the family ranch will need to evolve without the central figure.